Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Let's make sure your Thursday is off to a great start with some good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. So, today, we have sort of food.
I know.
We have a food guest,
we were talking
but
about
no food.
We were talking about food already.
I learned
this morning,
new fruit
right?
this morning.
Yes.
Which is a surprise to me.
I don't think we have that in the U.S.
Why are you surprised?
No, because she doesn't know about it. She didn't know about kamyas.
Yeah, is kamyas like
yes.
a famous fruit here in the Philippines?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
They use it for sour ulam like sinigang.
Sinigang especially, yeah.
Yeah.
You always use the term sinigang-gang. Don't you know what you're eating?
Sinigang-gang is bayabas. That's different.
Yes, that's also one way of making
one way,
sinigang.
But I've never heard of kamyas. I know Kamyas Road.
Yeah, kamyas
That's a
road,
street
yes.
in Kamuning. That's the only one I know.
But they also use kamyas.
I didn't know that was a fruit.
You know, we had a kamyas tree in our backyard when I was little, and we would pick kamyas from the tree and eat it straight from the tree. We dip it in salt and patis. You know, just hearing the word kamyas makes me like,
You know
it's
what?
so
If y'all want to
sour.
send me some kamyas, because now I want to try what this is. I want some. I want to try this. I want to try sinigang na kamyas now.
You know,
I didn't know.
We should have a kamyas challenge on the show where we bite on kamyas and we try not to
Let's do
win.
it tomorrow.
Yeah,
We just talked about it today. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Down.
We'll bring kamyas.
So
pal.
today, Mo learned kamyas is not a
Yes.
street, it's a fruit. Or vegetable.
It's a fruit.
Okay, it's a
yes,
fruit.
Yes.
We learned so much. But before we talk more about kamyas, Paolo, tell us if it's gonna water the kamyas tree, if we're gonna have nice rains coming up.
Ano nangyayari? Okay, let's
their
check out
chaotic
the weather
energy.
today. Where we can expect generally good conditions with chances of rains for today. Pag-asa says northern and central Luzon can expect cloudy skies with light rains due to the northeast monsoon or hanging amihan. Forecasters say the country remains storm-free, but the eastern section of southern Luzon can expect scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms, particularly in the Bicol region, Quezon, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, Aklan, Capiz, and northern Samar. The rest of the country can look forward to humid conditions and possible isolated rains due to the easterlies. Sunset is set for today at 5:51 p.m. Tune into Weather HQ later on 9 a.m. on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, for updates whatever the weather.
Now on to some serious business. The controversy around the 2025 budget picks up heat once more. Another lawmaker says there are blank items in the allocation of the National Fund. Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel says he found 12 blank items when he reviewed a copy of the BICAM report. 8 of the blank items are under the Agriculture Department, Office of the Secretary. 2 are from BFAR, 1 from Philippine Coconut Authority, 1 from National Irrigation Authority, and 2 under unprogrammed funds.
Very disappointing to know na totoo na yung BICAM report na nakarating sa mga mambabatas na niratify ng House at ng Senate ay may mga blank. Actually, maliban pala sa maraming mga binanggit nating dahilan kung bakit tayo nag-manifest ng ating pagtutol doon sa BICAM report, meron pa palang ganitong dagdag na anomalya doon sa niratify na budget.
On X, former Senator Ping Lacson harkened back to a similar scenario in 2019 when former President Rodrigo Duterte vetoed the 95.3 billion peso fund. He wrote, "The Filipino taxpayers deserve an explanation."
A lawmaker proposes execution by firing squad for government officials convicted of corruption. House Bill number 11211 seeks death penalty by firing squad as punishment for officials from the president to the barangay level who are found guilty of graft and corruption, as well as plunder and malversation of public funds. Zamboanga City 1st District Representative Kaimer Adan Olaso says he believes this is the way to stop corrupt practices in government.
They will be obliged to do good things. Imbis na magnakaw ng magnakaw, di ba, gagawa ng korupsyon o kalokohan, they will stop doing this. Kasi meron na nga meron na nga batas na nagpapahinto dito. Kasi pag hindi, ipapahiring squad ka. Kung ako lang ang masusunod doon kay ipapahiring squad sa Luneta, di ba? Para makita ng taong bayan kung sino yung gumagawa ng kalokohan. My apologies, humingi ako ng paunawa sa simbahan Katoliko. I'm a Roman Catholic by birth. I respect the church. Every Sunday I go to church. But sabi ko, I think we have to put this in our country. Kailangan para tumino yung bansa natin.
There have been measures seeking to bring back the death penalty since it was abolished in 2006. House Deputy Majority Leader Paolo Ortega says the matter of reinstating the capital punishment must be studied thoroughly.
Dapat po siguro pag-aralan din maigi yung mga ganyang bill kasi may mga similar bills na rin po na na-file from before. Sobrang importante na ma-uphold yung human rights ng not only for the yung injustices na alam natin, pero lahat naman po ng tao ay may karapatan po mabuhay.
In other news, the Department of Tourism making moves to attract more tourists by loosening visa policies to foreigners, particularly to the Indian market. Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco says this change is needed to be more globally competitive. In 2024, only 300,000 out of the 2 million Chinese tourists arrived in the Philippines due to strict visa policies. Despite this, the department saw a 12% uptick in arrival of Indian tourists in the country in 2024. DOT is eyeing to capitalize on this potential by also strengthening its e-visa system.
Authorities warn candidates of consequences if they are found using a text scam gadget during the elections. This comes after a Malaysian national was caught in possession of the contraband this week. Francis Folve reports.
A Malaysian national believed to be a supplier of the International Mobile Subscriber Identity or IMSI catcher devices was arrested Tuesday. In an operation by the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group, the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, the Bureau of Immigration, and the National Telecommunications Commission.
Ang operation po nagsimula po sa proactive na cyber patrolling ng PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group, and also po nakita po natin itong suspect na nagpo-post po siya ng advertisement online sa isang social media platform or sa Facebook page na nagbebenta po siya ng text blast machine with IMSI catcher built-in.
The device is valued at approximately 600,000 pesos. Investigators discovered the suspect had been frequently traveling between the Philippines, Thailand, and China. According to CICC Executive Director Yusek Alexander Ramos, the equipment is capable of intercepting and sending text messages to mobile phones within its range.
Ito ho, mobile, magkakasya sa backpack. So, makabagong technology to, ang kanilang in-introduce sa atin. Once it is tested or up and running, ino-overcome niya yung signal ng mga cell sites. Kaya nakakapag-efficiently broadcast siya within his range. I think, nung nag-testing kami 100 meters, lahat ng cellphones na masagap niya will receive the same message.
DICT Secretary Ivan Uy further explained that these devices are commonly used for text scams.
Dati kasi kinakarga yan sa sasakyan at umiikot sa mga public places. Normally, where a lot of people gather. Ngayon, medyo nag-improve yung technology nila. Nagkarga na sa backpack. So, pwede na silang pumasok sa malls, pumasok sa mga buildings upang gamitin itong device na ito. Once na nakuha yung numbers, pwede nilang padalhan ngayon ng text na nagyayaya na mag-invest, or padalhan kayo ng text na si telco sila, Globe, Smart, or Dito, or Bangko, at sasabihin sa inyo na hindi updated yung SIM card registration nyo. kailangan mag-click kayo nitong link na ito para pumunta kayo at hihingin yung lahat ng detalye nyo.
The DICT refers to these illegal operations as post-FOGO, after scammers shifted to guerrilla-style tactics following government's crackdown on POGO hubs. Beyond small-scale POGO activities, officials warn this technology could also be used in the upcoming midterm elections in May. These devices could be used to send mass propaganda messages, either promoting or attacking political candidates. For politicians, it can provide huge advantage as they can reach a wider audience instantly.
We would like to remind to mga candidates that these equipment are illegal, they are not licensed, they are subject to confiscation and criminal prosecution if you possess these devices.
For ordinary cell phone users, a weaker signal, such as a sudden drop from LTE or 5G to 2G, is a possible sign that an IMSI catcher is active in the area. This is when scam text messages start appearing. The Malaysian national has already undergone inquest proceedings and remains in PNP ACG custody, facing charges for violating the SIM Registration Act and the Data Privacy Act. Francis Polbe, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Despite President Trump's America First policy, the alliance between the Philippines and the U.S. is expected to remain strong. On Bilyonaryo News Channel's Business 360, Philippine Ambassador Babe Romualdez says this is due to the bipartisan support that the country enjoys in the U.S. Congress.
We also have to remember that it was during the time of President Trump, when then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who said that they had an ironclad commitment to the Mutual Defense Treaty. So as far as our defense arrangements are with the United States, it will remain as it is.
In the U.S., newly installed President Donald Trump signs an executive order suspending the entry of migrants at the southern border with Mexico, the White House just announced. The U.S. military is preparing to send 1,500 additional active duty troops to the border on top of the 2,200 already on the border. An anonymous official told Reuters this is most likely the first wave of troops to be sent under Trump's sweeping crackdown. Trump has also directed U.S. prosecutors to criminally probe state and local officials who resist immigration enforcement efforts. He has also rescinded a Biden-era guidance limiting immigration arrests near sensitive places such as schools and churches.
In the UK, Prince Harry claims a monumental victory over Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group after the publisher settles his lawsuit. News Group newspapers gave Harry a full apology, along with an admission for the first time of its unlawful behavior. NGN admitted having illegally obtained private information about him from 1996 to 2011, as well as having intruded the private life of Harry's late mother, Princess Diana. A source told Reuters the settlement totaled more than $12 million.
Over in sports, a vulgar display of power for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel as they enter the PBA Playoffs Commissioner's Cup as the Gin Kings crushed the Rain or Shine Alaska Painters by 28 points Wednesday at the United Sports Center in Antipolo. Final score 120-92. Justin Brownlee lays a smackdown on ROS with 29 points and 13 rebounds, while Scotty Thompson won Best Player of the Game honors and added 22 plus 8 and 6 rebounds. And the Terrafirma Jeep saving the best for last by stunning the TNT Tropang Giga 117-108. Mark Nonoy took the driver's seat for the Jeep, cruising with a career-high 33 points. This is Terrafirma's only victory this conference. On some tennis Grand Slam action, Italian sensation Yannick Sinner is on course to defend his title at the Australian Open. The men's world number one defeated Alex de Minaur in straight sets on Wednesday to secure a semifinal spot. The 23-year-old champ is chasing his second straight Grand Slam title in the land down under. Sinner will next face Ben Shelton of the U.S. in the next round tomorrow, January 24th. Over on the women's side, Iga Swiatek is off to the semis with a masterful victory over American Emma Navarro. The Polish superstar is looking to enter the championship round for the first time. She will next face Madison Keys. Now, a piece of basketball history from one of Kobe Bryant's career-defining moments is now up for grabs. Sotheby's is auctioning the shoes the late five-time NBA champion wore in his Achilles game in 2013 against Golden State Warriors. Kobe tore his Achilles tendon, but he displayed his legendary mentality by returning to the court to knock down free throws while standing on just one foot. Reporters say the game-worn shoes could fetch up to $800,000 or roughly over 46 million pesos. These will be displayed in a public exhibition in New York beginning February 1st.
In entertainment news, the Oscars planning to honor the city of Los Angeles amid the devastating wildfires. The Oscars revealed the ceremony is pushing through on March 2nd and will deviate from live performances and instead put the spotlight on personal reflections. Nominations will be announced tomorrow, hosted by Bowen Yang and Rachel Sennott. Meanwhile, Blackpink's Jennie Ruby Jane finally reveals details about her upcoming debut solo album titled Ruby. The much-anticipated album will be released on March 7th, and collaborations include pop titans Childish Gambino and Dua Lipa. Jennie first ventured into her solo career in 2018 with her first ever single called Solo.
Now, what is it like to cook for Gordon Ramsay and be judged by him? Well, our guest has the answers later on in the show. As culinary student Nica Lucero wins a cooking challenge hosted by the British culinary icon and recent Manila visitor. She will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. World-famous chef Gordon Ramsay's visit to the Philippines is no less a spectacle to fans, foodies, and chefs. Earlier this week, 4 talented Filipinos took on Chef Gordon Ramsay's challenge to reimagine the iconic halo-halo in just 10 minutes. Now, a culinary student from CCA Manila emerged as the winner, beating Judy Ann Santos, Ninong Ry, and a Gordon Ramsay bar and grill PH head chef, Bea Therese Qua. Now, she joins us live here in the studio, introducing Nica Lucero. It's a beautiful day, Nica. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning po. Hi. Thank you.
First of all, we're all insanely jealous of your opportunity and the chance for you to work with Gordon Ramsay. Unang-una, how did it feel to be on stage with that type of competition? And not only that, madjudge ka ni Chef Gordon Ramsay, who's famous for calling people idiot sandwiches.
Yes. Una-una, very thankful na hindi tayo natawag na idiot sandwich.
Yes.
Pero grabe po yung pressure, lalo na yung self-doubt. Grabe, days leading up to the event, grabe actually yung breakdown ko. Umiiyak talaga ako. Sabi ko, out of all the chefs in the Philippines, like, why me?
Yeah.
Why was I there? Why was a student there, to be exact? Pero after nung whole 10 minutes na yon, sabi ko, it's a learning experience. So, sobrang grateful ako to be there. And to be part of it.
So why was a student there? Bakit nga ba? How did you get on that stage?
Kasi sabi ko, Gordon Ramsay to and hindi to basta-basta nabibigay sa lahat ng tao. Sobrang dami nating magagaling na chefs and bakit hindi sila yung nandun? Ako, student lang naman ako. So sabi ko, naghanap ako ng mga videos niya sa Hell's Kitchen or sa MasterChef para lang ma-prepare ako kung paano ko isa-psych yung sarili ko na andito na si Chef Gordon sa harap ko. And then I came across this video of him saying na, if you're someone who's starting in this industry, be a sponge. Sabi ko, grabe, parang sobrang timely na nakita ko tong video na to. Sabi niya, be a sponge. Don't go for the intention to earn money or earn titles. Absorb everything there is to learn. So sabi ko, baka kaya ako nandito. It made sense. Kasi I'm here to learn things in and out of the kitchen from Gordon himself.
And speaking of things that you've learned, what maybe is the biggest takeaway that you've learned during that competition?
Actually, being out of your comfort zone, actually, kung nakilala niyo ako, nung nag-start pa ako sa culinary, nung niyayaya ako ng mga chefs ko na mag-compete, sabi ko talaga, hindi po ako para doon. I'm not after the titles. Gusto ko lang talaga matutong magluto. Hindi po ako yung sobrang palaban na kailangan manalo ako, kailangan game face. Hindi po talaga ako ganun. So, nung sinabi sa akin to, actually, natakot ako kasi for Gordon kami magluluto. Pero after nung whole event, sabi ko, parang hindi mo siya makikita as a competition if all four of us we're winning because of that experience. Kumaga, perspective lang talaga siya. Yeah.
You know what, Danica, you were on that stage with 3 other contestants, right? Si Judy Ann Santos was there, Ninong Ry was there, and si Chef Bea Qua. Judy Ann actually described those 10 minutes as the fastest and most nerve-wracking 10 minutes of her entire life. Was it the same experience for you, same pressure, when you were up there on stage and actually preparing your halo-halo for Gordon Ramsay?
Actually, kung papanoorin niyo yung whole video, may mga moments na nagkakabanggaan kami on stage. Minsan nagbubulungan kami na, grabe, bakit 3 minutes na lang? Parang kakastart lang natin. Nagaganunan kami kasi sobrang bilis. So actually, nung natapos lahat, kailangan kong i-check yung videos na 10 minutes ba talaga yung binigay sa amin? Baka hindi. Pero yun, sobrang bilis niya talaga.
Okay.
And it's amazing to me, you had 2 weeks, correct, to prepare for the competition. And obviously, I learned today, thank you, Bilyonaryo. I learned so much about my roots today, about kamyas. Normally, that's a savory dish. What made you think of putting kamyas in halo-halo, a kamyas compote? I think that's so amazing. That's such an out-of-the-box idea.
Yeah, kasi as Filipinos, we have the asim flavor or sour flavor ingrained in our cooking. So, nung sinabi sa amin, kailangan yun ng unique ingredient, ano ba yung least na i-expect mo sa sweet halo-halo para maging unique siya? Sabi ko, pwede nating incorporate yung asim flavor. So, nag-consult ako with my chefs sa CCA, who are great mentors, by the way. Sabi ko, okay lang ba yung ganitong route na asim flavor? Kasi sikat tayo for sinigang, for paksiw, for pinangan.
Right.
So, okay lang ba i-incorporate natin yung ganitong Filipino flavor profile? So, noong una, nag-start siya as a joke na what if kamyas or bayabas pa nga eh. Kasi if you know bayabas, sobrang strong
I know what
nung
that is.
smell niya. So, parang grabe naman, i-present mo yung bayabas kay Chef Gordon. Pero na-realize namin na this is actually a time for the Filipino cuisine to move forward and para ilagay natin siya sa center stage. So sabi namin, sige, why not as exotic as kamyas? So, yun, nag-brainstorm kami, ganyan. And then, syempre, since foreign chef siya, kailangan kahit pa paano may sense of familiarity siya dun sa ingredient. So sabi namin, pwede natin siyang gawing compote, kamyas compote. So doon kami nag-end up.
And how many trial and error did you guys do for the halo-halo and ended up with the final one?
Actually, hindi ko na din alam. Kasi pag mga ganitong mga competitions, yung R&D niya, halos everyday, nag-iiba yung mga dish, nag-iiba yung mga in-incorporate namin. So, sobrang daming trial and error.
So, sobrang it's a blur already. Oo. And I can only imagine, obviously, you had the chance to interact with Chef Gordon. It was obviously beyond yung 10 minutes that was on stage. Anong sinabi niya sa'yo, especially after the event when he actually tried out yung creation mo?
Actually, sabi niya, paglabas ko daw dun sa stage na yon, mag-iiba daw yung mundo ko. And nung time na yon, hindi ko pa siya naiintindihan kasi hindi ko na-realize yung extent nung event. Sobrang surreal pa din sa akin na, shucks, oo nga, nagluto ako for Gordon Ramsay. So, nung after nung nakita ko na yung friends ko, tapos nag-congratulate na sila, parang doon ko na-realize na, oo nga, mag-iiba to. Sobrang grabe yung experience.
I think just being selected for this competition, nag-iba na agad yung mundo mo nun eh.
At hindi
Doon pa lang eh.
she's on the show!
Yeah, exactly. So, how big of a deal is it for culinary students like you or people from the culinary industry when big names like Gordon Ramsay visits the Philippines?
Actually, gusto ko i-highlight na student ako.
Yeah.
Kasi ang dami ko pong na-receive na messages after nun na sobrang nakaka-inspire kasi student ka pa lang, pero ang lakas na ng loob mo to go on that stage. Sabi ko, doon ko na-realize na minsan kasi sa industry namin, merong mga stereotype na pag culinary student versus yung mga talagang nanggaling sa experience. Minsan may may line, may border. So doon ko na-realize na para pumunta ako doon as a student, sobrang naka-inspire pala ako ng maraming tao.
You know, just hearing about that, syempre. First of all, it was great hearing your story. And I just want to share with everyone na kahit kanina, when we were talking about whether or not we could call you chef, kasi I understand sa culinary world na napaka-importante yung title na it has to be earned. And napaka-humble yung approach mo, especially even after winning something like that, talking about cooking and winning in front of Gordon Ramsay. But of course, he also mentioned that yung Philippine cuisine in general, medyo sleeping beauty. Sa Philippines, it's always been in the back of his mind.
Yes.
And I could only imagine, may konting Filipino pride ba yung paka-create mo sa halo-halo mo in terms of like wanting to showcase it to a wider audience?
So actually, nung sinabi po sa amin na kailangan namin magdala ng unique ingredient for the halo-halo, ang una po talagang pumasok sa isip ko is something Filipino. Kung napansin niyo po, kaming apat nila, Chef Ninong Ry, Chef Judy Ann, and Chef Bea, very Filipino yung ingredient na dinala namin. And I think for me, it's a way na para mapakilala natin yung Filipino cuisine. Yung buong 10 minutes na yon, that moment, more than for the competitors, more than for us, that moment was meant for the Philippines and our cuisine. Ganun ko po siya nakita.
Gordon said, right, your mundo is going to change after this competition. So what's next for you? I know you're graduating in March. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So after you graduate, and apart from guesting on It's a Beautiful Day, what's next for you, Nica? It's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to specialize in? And what's your maybe dream job that you want to specialize in the culinary industry?
Actually, ngayon, wala akong definite plan. Kumbaga, susundin ko yung sinabi ni Gordon na be a sponge. Kung ano yung dumating sa akin na opportunity, whether that be in the restaurant industry or the hotel industry, lahat yun, tatanggapin ko.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's actually interesting because we were talking a bit before we aired whether or not you were a hot kitchen chef or someone who wants to specialize in pastries because they're completely different.
Yes.
One is science-based, the other one medyo crazy ka. But they're both crazy to be quite fair. But where do you think your path lies? Where is your heart siguro when it comes to where your potential future could be if you had a choice?
Actually, gusto ko talaga sa pastry side. Kasi doon ako nag-start. Kumbaga, doon ko nahanap yung spark ko, kaya ako na-push mag-culinary school. I started with the basic na cookies, mga pandesal, ube cheese pandesal, yung mga pandemic. Hanggang sa pumunta ako sa burnt bass cheesecake. Ganun. So, yun yung line na gusto ko. Pastry chef talaga.
What's your favorite dish to make?
Favorite dish to make?
Halo-halo from now on.
Actually, yes.
Anything
First
with
on the
kamyas.
list. Yes. Baka yun na nga, halo-halo. Pero, actually, anything Filipino or Spanish na cuisine, doon ako mas nag-enjoy. Kasi closely related sila
Of
sa
course.
Filipino and Spanish, yeah.
Who inspired you to cook, Danica?
Actually, bata pa lang po ako, mahilig na talaga ako. Lalo na yung mga kitchen toys dati. Naalala ko, yung lola ko kasi may malunggay tree yan. So lalabas ako, as in sa garage namin, dun ko isa-set up yung mga kitchen toys ko, tapos kukuha ako ng malunggay doon. Tapos magluluto ako kunyari.
So cute.
So bata pa lang po, gusto ko na talagang matuto magluto. Feeling ko kasi yung family namin, we bond over food. As in, pag may kunyari may uuwi from the States, talagang lalabas kami to try new food. So feeling ko nakita ko yung power of food, how it can bring people together. So feeling ko gusto ko matutunan yun through cooking. Yeah.
Grabe. And of course, when you look at, we asked you a while ago, of course, who inspired you to cook. But is there any particular dish that you tried na, ibang level pala to, that this can be something that I can learn, study, and something that siguro tumatak talaga sa'yo? What dish in particular is that? And do you remember when you had it and where?
Oh my gosh, parang wala akong particular dish. Siguro, particular moment lang yung feeling. I forgot the dish. Pero yung feeling na nung kinain ko siya, parang nag-meld lahat ng flavors. Na parang, pwede ko palang in-combine to sa ganito. Parang yun yung nag-click sa akin.
And of course, nag-click sa kanya. Siguro kami halo-halo yan. Hindi lang naalala.
I'm so interested to try. Like, I
I'm
really
saying
want to
that
try
we should
it.
have a Kamyas challenge here on the show. But you know what, Danica? You can now proudly say that you cooked for Gordon Ramsay, right? Is there anybody else on your bucket list na you wanna cook for
Tayo.
in the future? I-manifest natin. Just like yung kay Abby Marquez. Because of, because Abby Marquez guested on our show and she actually manifested to have a collab with Gordon
to be
Ramsay.
fair,
And,
Di lang tayo nag-manifest. Nag-prayer circle tayo.
nag-prayer circle and everything.
Yeah, I saw,
So
I saw.
maybe you can say it out loud here on the show. Let's
let's
Wait,
manifest
prayer
it.
circle.
meron ba? Is there someone you want to cook for in general na celebrity or
Yeah,
any
your
icon?
dream,
Meron ba?
yes.
Meron ba muna?
Oh my gosh, meron ba?
Or baka celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush?
I want to cook for you. Actually, baka
Who do you wanna
Celebrity
cook
crush,
for?
childhood crush ko, oh my gosh, si Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Mahirap yun i-manifest.
Pero mahirap
we
yun
can
i-manifest.
try.
Yeah.
All right, so let's all
Prayer
hold
circle.
hands.
Let's go,
Yes,
chef.
All right, okay. So,
Okay.
Lord God, please grant Danica the opportunity to
Yes.
cook for the one and the only
only.
Danica. Sino nga ba?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber!
Baby,
Oy, paring Justin Bieber.
Paring Justin talaga.
She wants to cook for you. Gordon Ramsay loved her dessert, her halo-halo. Have you ever had kamyas before?
Props na.
Yeah,
Mom
introduce
na.
mo yung kamyas to Justin Bieber. I feel
Yes.
like
Yeah.
he's a picky eater kasi he's so
Baka-
payat.
Actually, that's I wanna, grabe naman ang payat.
No, really. Have you seen his thirst photos? He came out with thirst
I don't
photos.
wa- I don't look at
Anyway, so let's move on.
Wait
from
lang,
wait there.
that.
Nica,
Pero-
I want to ask. So, worldwide, adobo is like the one Filipino dish that most people know. So, if you were to cook adobo for Justin Bieber, how would you tailor adobo and maybe elevate adobo to make it suit the American palate? Ayan, challenge.
Una kong naisip is ginataang adobo.
So,
may
ginataan adobo.
Yes,
I
yung
love that.
anything na may coconut cream. Kasi yung coconut in general, very kilala na din siya sa US. So isa yun sa mga native Filipino ingredient na kumbaga pinapasulong na natin sa ibang bansa. So yun yung gusto ko i-incorporate sa adobo.
May probinsya ka ba? Bicolano ka ba? Disaster.
No, Davao. I'm from
Davao.
Davao.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow, that's
Bisaya.
interesting. Sorry, I thought coconut. Naisip ko bigla Bicol.
Bicol, yeah.
Oo, but
yeah.
then, so you feel that the coconut, it could be siguro yung easy way in for yung foreign palate
Yes,
to
yes.
Filipino cuisine?
Yes.
That's true though. I actually prefer adobo with gata than like regular adobo. So you are right in that perspective.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, up next for you, obviously you said that syempre you're gonna let opportunities come
Yeah.
your way, but are there any endeavors siguro that you want to pursue, especially since you are graduating soon? I'm sure you're not just gonna be waiting around. In fact, I'm
Yeah.
sure may mga, especially after what happened, there have been people reaching out. Is there something that, in particular, that caught your eye?
Interested ako sa mga degustation restaurants, if you're familiar.
Yes.
Sobrang dami
Yes.
natin dito.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yun yung gusto kong puntahan. Yung
Go
mga
to us
ganito.
muna ha when you
Yes.
experiment. Before you go there, let
Actually,
us know.
one time I hope you can come back so you can create like a featured dish, which is something that you just want to show off to the world, and hopefully we can have more conversations around
Yeah.
that. Pero until then, Danica, maraming salamat. We
Sobrang
really appreciate
Congratulations,
you.
future chef.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my goodness, I am hungry.
I know,
And
me too.
My stomach is rumbling.
Now, guys, up next, only 5% of the ocean has been explored, leaving humans to wonder what else could be underwater. Well, Ocean X takes on the brave task to try to get to the bottom of that mystery. That story and more when we return. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
The latest news, national issues,
With regard to, was very vocal about charter change.
the political scene, the trust and approval ratings of President Bongbong Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte decline, and conversations with prominent personalities.
Brings back wonderful memories
of past Christmases when I was a little boy in Iloilo.
Be timely informed, be insightful of the news. All these firsthand at the forefront.
Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb.
The questions.
What would you attribute this milestone?
We attribute this to is, of course, the dedication and hard work of our officials.
The issues.
Has there been any change from this year?
Nearing to 2022 elections, this is actually lower to that election as compared to the present.
We clarify matters.
Is this a normal drop that we see?
It's normal to have declines in both trust and performance.
Pinky Webb is always on point. First, updated, on top of everything, and focused on the things that matter most. This is who you want to be. So scan your digital boxes now and search for Bilyonaryo News Channel. Always on top.
Hello and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. A father and son duo embarks on a mission to explore the depths of the ocean with the help of a cutting-edge research vessel. Marie Lozano has that story.
The two richest people in the world are competing in the ultimate space race. Billionaires Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos recently launched their rockets almost at the same time. But how often do we hear about an ocean race? There is as much mystery beneath us. The final frontier. And that's where Ocean Explorer comes in. This cutting-edge research vessel by OceanX is on a mission to explore the depths of the ocean.
A lot of billionaires are focusing on space. You know, they're focusing on the next frontier. But why is it important to focus on the ocean and do an exploration of the ocean?
Well, I'd like to say that if you like to breathe, then that's a very big importance of the oceans, because every second breath that you take is from the oceans. And so if the oceans aren't healthy, it's going to have a huge impact on the planet. And I like to see us on as almost like the front lines of climate change. I think the oceans in general is on the front lines of climate change. And so there's so much to explore, so much to know, and then also so much that we want to inspire and get the public to care about. And so the more that we can bring the general audiences, as well as policymakers and students and educators into this shared vision of caring for our oceans.
Behind OceanX is a father and son duo. It all started with billionaire Ray Dalio's and his son Mark, who shared an undeniable love for the ocean. Mark describes himself as a storyteller, and he made it his mission that through OceanX, he's not just uncovering the ocean's secret, but sharing them with the world. The Ocean Explorer recently docked here in the Philippines and gave only Bilyonaryo News Channel an exclusive on-camera tour of their vessel, giving us a deep dive into their subs, labs, and their high-tech gear. But what could the Ocean Explorer be up to on our shores?
Let's talk about you being in Asia and in the Philippines. What brought you to Southeast Asia and the Philippines?
The better question for me is why we wouldn't be here, because it is amazing how biodiverse. It's the most biodiverse waters in the world, and it was so fascinating, all the things that could be done and discovered. Yet it's also one of the most impacted from climate change.
And this 2025, the Ocean Explorer plans to return again to the Philippines. Marie Lozano, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada is pushing to make the Philippines an international filming destination. In Senate Bill 2857, a Film Philippines office will be created for the promotion of the country as a prime film location for film and TV production. To encourage prod houses, cash rebates, multiple visa entries, and tax breaks will be given. Estrada says the government should take advantage of the rise of streaming and social media platforms in showcasing the beauty of the Philippines.
The country has a new fintech player, and it is equipped with blockchain security to help fight hackers and scammers. Sujin Kim reports.
Blockchain security is now the frontline defense against online and digital fraud. Launched yesterday, the newest e-wallet Bitaka guaranteed tamper and fraud-free transactions. As the country's first blockchain-powered e-wallet, it provides cutting-edge protection against fraud and data breaches. With its decentralized blockchain system, every transaction is immutable, providing a stronger shield against hacking and manipulation. The decentralized data storage makes cyber attacks significantly harder to execute.
Blockchain in itself is, the main features is verification, right? Meaning you cannot, quote unquote, cheat on the blockchain because everything is recorded, right? So that's important for safety reasons, important for security, and most importantly, it's the benefits to the customer, right? To both either individuals or businesses.
Beyond security, Bitaka enables users to pay, send, and receive money at lower charges, thanks to reduced operating costs enabled by blockchain technology.
Blockchain makes accessibility even on the forefront.
When we say lower fees, it's going to be significantly lower. We believe that we need to democratize the fees that users are paying for in transferring money to one another and to other banks.
The platform provides 24/7 customer support and a tokenized reward system that gives points for every transaction. With its launch, Bitaka expects to attract 500,000 users in the first year, expanding to 5 to 8 million users within 5 years. They also aim to reduce remittance costs from 6% to the United Nations SDG target of 3%, a major relief for overseas Filipino workers and entrepreneurs.
We are creating an ecosystem, a platform, where we envision more Filipinos coming into the digital space and financial inclusion through our services and offering these services to bigger players. We're not here to compete with them directly, but perhaps offer a different approach.
The strategic partnership leverages Huawei's global reach and Bitaka's robust e-wallet platform, positioning to redefine the digital finance landscape. Aligned with Bitaka's mission of improving lives through user-centric technology, this collaboration empowers individuals and businesses with simplified access to innovative e-wallet.
Sujin Kim, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The health department and the private sector intensifying its campaign for proper oral care. This comes after studies reveal millions of Filipinos have dental care problems. Francis Falve reports.
A 2018 national survey on oral health revealed that 80 million Filipinos suffer from tooth decay. Because of this, the WHO in 2019 ranked the Philippines among countries with the highest need for dental care. Meanwhile, 54 million Filipinos have gum problems, which is the leading cause of tooth loss. As a result, by the time most Filipinos reach 70 years old, they barely have any teeth left.
Remember, ang ipin 28 yan. So 6 na lang ang natitira. So puro pustiso na. So ang nagyayari, bungal ang mga Pilipino.
In line with the celebration of Oral Health Month this February, the Department of Health has partnered with private company CanView with support from the American Chamber of Commerce to launch a comprehensive oral care program in the country.
Gusto natin bawat Pilipino by 70 years old may 20 teeth left pa para enjoy siya sa pagmuya at saka ma-enjoy niya ang quality life kasi iba pa rin ang natural na ipin.
The project kicked off with a forum attended by oral and medical care professionals as well as educators. One of the key discussions focused on the role of families as the first dentists for children. Proper brushing of teeth should be done thrice a day. Drinking water after meals or after consuming coffee, soft drinks, or milk tea is also recommended to prevent oral health issues that could lead to more serious diseases. People are also advised not to ignore early signs of gum disease.
One best sign is when they brush and bleeding gums, that's gingivitis. That's the early part of the gum problem. So don't sasabihin niya, mawawala din yan. Mawawala din yan. Ima-mouthwash ko lang, mawawala din yan.
Experts also recommend including mouthwash with fluoride in dental hygiene habits to strengthen teeth. However, dental professionals emphasize that mouthwash should not replace brushing. Additionally, the DOH reminds the public that under the Universal Health Care, PhilHealth covers routine preventive care, including 2 pre-dental cleaning per year, fluoride varnish application, and oral screening. Francis Polbe, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Up next, find out which country stayed on top of tourist destinations worldwide. That story and more after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. This bear in Rio de Janeiro couldn't bear the heat. Good thing the keepers of Biopark Zoo came out to the rescue amid the 40 degrees Celsius heat with ice popsicles. That's right, ice pops were served to bears, jaguars, and monkeys to ensure thermal comfort and promote their well-being. A biologist at the zoo highlighted the importance of such measures for animals not naturally acclimated to high temperatures. And you know, this is actually good for dogs too, especially here in the Philippines. They have doggy popsicles.
Yes.
Can I just say, we need to workshop this line. So this bear in Rio de Janeiro couldn't bear the heat. I think we can now call the heat unbearable, right?
It's unbearable.
You're not the bear!
Like, oh my God.
I could
the
be.
violence this
I'm a
morning
cuddly bear.
is insane. It's crazy.
It's
Thursday.
unbearable.
Thursday, naging Thursday para kay Anne dahil
Thursday.
kay Justin Bieber kanina.
No!
Kanina, pinag-uusapan na natin kamyas.
From kamyas
I was
to
just saying
thirst
that he might be a picky eater because he was so thin.
Oh my goodness.
That was my
guys.
point. But anyway, it's so nice to see those animals being well taken care of.
Yes.
Given
With
those
popsicles,
popsicles.
I
Which you
love
can actually
it.
make at home if you have dogs.
Yeah. Well, and I think the animals here as well in the Manila Zoo and all the zoos around the Philippines, I think they should start doing this as well because it is very, very hot here in the Philippines. So popsicles for everybody. Speaking of food, we're going to the world's... Si Paolo, you know what? He said I was a bully before. Who's the bully now? As I'm reading my news, he's laughing at me.
No, kasi grabe, I was so impressed with your segue.
Okay, Mo, go ahead.
Go.
Take it away, Mo.
What
You
was
got
that?
All right, okay.
That's the first
Speaking of food.
That's the first
Speaking
compliment
of
he's
food.
given me. Speaking of food, let's go to the culinary central of the world because France remains the world's top tourist destination. Baguette! The mga yum kids here in the Philippines. Char. I love baguettes. The French Tourism Ministry says it has recorded 100 million visitors last year alone. But its tourism minister said the country faced fierce competition from Spain, which tallied a record 94 million foreign tourists. France, which hosted the Olympic Games last year, welcomed 2 more million visitors in 2024, which is a 2% increase compared to 2023. France says it has a very good outlook for the first quarter of the year with visitor numbers on the rise. I contributed to that 2 million increase because I went to France last year in April. That's what started my weight gain because the food there is
I've never been to France.
so good.
That's on my bucket list.
How have you ever? So what food did you have there?
baguette every day. Baguette and cheese and
It's actually
hamon.
baguettes, the young
The
ones.
baguettes.
Yeah.
I sound like a predator. Ikaw yata yung mahilig sa baguettes, yung thirst trap ni Justin Bieber.
Ano daw?
Wow, you're too violent this morning.
Me? What did I do? It's Pao. I think Direk is like, ano nangyayari, guys?
Actually, I
have no idea.
All I was going to ask Mo was, how do you pronounce croissant?
Croissant.
I can't say it. I actually sound, you know, like Emily in Paris, if you all watched it, my American accent is so terrible. I'm that American girl in France.
Okay, no. I was just saying. That's all I was gonna ask about, and I had no idea why we ended up talking
It's okay,
about
so I love you, Anne.
Justin Bieber again.
Wait, I don't know how to say I love you.
And that is it for us this Thursday, January 23. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us on this chaotic day.
Yes, je t'aime, guys. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Before we go, quick shout out to Doc Sai Agan and Jan Conadero of Lift Clinic. Thank you, guys, and see you soon. Now make this day an unforgettable one by choosing joy and spreading kindness wherever you go.
And je m'appelle Monique Tuzon. I just wanted to flex that. Thank you, Lift Clinic, for our beauty fix. May you all have a great Thursday ahead and not as violent as ours. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. only here on It's a Beautiful Day!